you were sitting with your dad in the barn, from the get-go. It was always in your blood,
Uh, from a barn dance, from the barn dance.
Yeah.
Yes, my dad was the leader of the band, and in Vermont where I live, barn dances were quite popular when I grew up. And when I say barn dances, that's exactly what they were. I mean, there was often cows down below, and the band played in the hayloft, and we were one of those. And my dad had the Saturday night gig at a certain place called Buzzy's, and every Saturday night we'd load up the Studebaker and off we'd go. And so I grew up watching my dad on that stage until I was 6 years old when I got to stand beside him, and I've pretty much been on the stage ever since. And yes, my dad was certainly a huge influence on my music and I suppose in who I am. And my dad still graces the stage, and I still get a chance to go watch him once in a while. And so it's definitely a huge part of who our family is. Music has played a role in who we are as a family, and certainly in what I do.
Yeah, because like in Chapter 8 of your book, When Nashville Calls, in 78, you just recorded a song at 16 years old. It got on the local radio. And all of a sudden the phone rang, and they asked for your dad. And, in the book you described very cool. It's like, Wayne Warner, did I do something? You know what I mean? Am I okay? Was I looking for my dad for me, And you were a little confused. Yeah. And your father looked it up, 615 area code. And they learned that number was a Nashville producer who had heard his son's record and wanted to produce.
That's right. He had heard. That's right. It was a big time Nashville producer. He was producing several hits on Waylon Jennings at the time, and Waylon Jennings was the flavor of the day at that time, and I guess there was something in this boy's voice that that intrigued him, I guess. And away we went to make my first record. And I was 16 years old when I made my first record in Nashville. 15 when I made my first record in my home state of Vermont. But yeah, 16 years old when I walked into the first Nashville studio and played with the big boys. And it was that was the introduction of a whole new universe for me. I was going to say a whole new world, but it was a whole new universe for me. And wow, we started this interview by talking about a journey, and wow, it's just been a journey ever since. Still going on, right now into the pages of a book. It really started with that phone call, Tom. That's still going. It's taken some detours. It's taken some pauses and it's taken some detours, but now it's literally taken into this book, and who would ever have thought it, and but that's the way it goes. And I think everyone's life is a book. I don't think mine is any more interesting. I think everyone's is different. Mine is different, and I hope people can visit it. It's nice to visit different, but I think everyone's got a book in them, and it's really nice that people want to visit mine because it's different. But I'm a fan of everyone's. I think everyone's got an amazing story to tell, and I think we could all learn from each other and how we survive challenges in life. I know we've all got them, and if we can all learn from each other and how we overcome those obstacles, and I just think that would be a great thing. And I would challenge everyone to think about it. I know that when I was first introduced to the idea of writing a book, I did probably what most people who are listening to me right now would say. I was like, no, that's not going to happen. But here we are. It did happen, and it was challenging, and it was difficult in some ways, and it made you vulnerable in a lot of ways, But again, I think that we could all learn so much from each other and how we meet these challenges and how we find the good and all these things that come at us and how we survive and I'm just amazed that people want to turn these pages that I wrote. into it. I literally every single day am hearing from people who are doing just that with Backstage Nashville, and I'm just so humbled and honored by the fact that they just read one word after the other that I put down. It just blows my mind. But I'm also honored by the fact that I was able to write the words that I wrote, about the people that I've worked with, and everyone from and people that I've met, from Glenn Campbell to Ray Pennington and to Billy Ray Cyrus and to Alabama, just to everyone that's in there. So it's again, and the journey hopefully continues. I don't think I'm going to write another book, but who knows? I never thought I'd be writing this one. But it all stemmed, you're right, from my dad and from those barn dances and from that phone call. It's just a continuation of the ride.
Buzzy's Barn Dance at Buzzy's.
That's right.
Buzzy's. I love it. We're running out of time. You have another interview at the top of the hour, buddy. Tell us, everybody, where we can find the book, Barnes & Nobles, online, everything, hot press, and what's been going on to catch you.
And if they want it autographed, and I love to do it, go to WayneWarner.com, and I autograph them all one day a week, and out they go. And I'd love to do that because I love to get to know people, and I love that connection. So WayneWarner.com, I hope they'll come there. But, yes, any other place that books are available.
Yeah, good stuff. Let's talk quickly about, we got a couple more minutes, the song. You're in the studio today. I caught a little clip that you sent out, a little audio. You got new stuff happening, buddy. What's happening on the music?
I am in the studio, yes. Finishing up a new album called Label X. We're going to be in Nashville in the studio on August 22nd, working on the tracks. And one of my favorite places to be if I'm not hanging out with my sons. That's my zone, and can't wait to get back in there. I'm always in there with some great talented people. And yes, I'm anxious to get the new album out to you. And I was in the studio today. And when I'm not in the book world now, I'm trying to sneak in the studio every chance I get.
Yes, and let's not forget the fantastic CD, All in Fun. Now, that's available everywhere, CD Baby, Amazon, All in Fun's where you're going to find these tracks, Rockin' Turbo Twain, God Bless the Children, God for a Minute, Life Was a Prayer, Wasted, all these stuff. And I've only touched a little bit. Last night with Kathy Stewart, I played a lot of your tracks on there, but All in Fun is Wayne Warner's super CD, too.
Well, thanks. Yes, I think that's wherever you said it was. I believe so.
Everybody knows where to find that good stuff. All right, buddy, let me get you to rest up for your next chat, because we're going to come back and we could talk a lot more, just touch a little base. It's so easy. Just talking to my brother on the phone about his music and life. And again, thank you. A couple weeks ago, you got in touch with me, and hey, Tommy, I got a script for you, and I got a video, and I'll work on that. I just a little down now. I get my little vanity up, should I say, working out, and I'll look better in the video. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What I hide behind the radio.
Thank you so much, my friend. It's always a pleasure to talk to you and to your great listeners, and I thank them. And reach out to me on Wayne Warner Music on Facebook and WayneWarner.com, and I love to hear from you, and it's always great to talk to you, my brother.
I love it, man. And we're ending this God for a Minute off of All in Fun. And by the way, I've had friends that have heard this the first time, and they want to know who you are, where that song come. It touches everybody right away. If I were God for a minute.
Well, all right, and you know what to tell them.
You know it. I sent them right your way, my friend. Here it is. Wayne Warner.
All right, bud.
God bless. Talk to you
soon. I'd be there when you're hurting. And when lonely wraps around you like cold barbed wire, I'd whisper in the wind, say my love was true. Be in every drop of rain so I could surround you. I'd say to never mind the shadows, see the light therein. And I'd make every summer night a long weekend. And I'd hold up my lighter to Johnny Cash. I would pound on the devil, get him off our backs. Drink Southern lemonade with Honest Abe. And I'd let you know I heard every prayer you prayed. And I wouldn't have a day without you in it. Oh, if I could be God for a minute, I tell you it's not me that caused you pain, but together we'd get through. I'd swear to my own name. I'd show you that in every sorrow my heart was there. And tears are only souvenirs to love we've shared. And I'd hold up my lighter to Johnny Cash. I would pound on the devil, get him off our backs. Drink Southern lemonade with Honest Abe. And I'd let you know I heard every prayer you prayed. I wouldn't have a day without you in it. Oh, if I could be God for a minute. Well, the devil's talking to you, he's telling you lies, he's messing with your head and he's being prescribed. Get it right in the pledge, get it right in the schools. Don't you know now it's time to smash those rules? I talk to the cross on my rear view, cause every day would be heaven if I only had you. I'd hold up my lighter to Johnny Cash. I would pound on the devil, get him off our backs. Drink Southern lemonade with Honest Abe. And I'd let you know I heard every prayer you prayed. And I wouldn't have a day without you in it. Oh, if I could be God for a minute.